Hello people, welcome back to Mun Talks. I am Mun and I am here to talk today about Percy Jackson Season 2. I know it's been a little minute. I've been finished Percy Jackson Season 2, but it just took me a little minute to record the video. But anyway, I want to try something a little different. I felt like my last video was very technical. I don't want to really be like a technical review channel. I kind of just want to kind of sort of just recap a little bit and say what I was thinking and I was feeling like during the scenes and all that type of stuff. I just feel like it's more fun, more me, more energetic, because it was just last video was just real to the point, real technical, and oh yeah. I mean, I feel like some videos I can do like that, and other videos more fun, more loosey-goosey type shit. I do want to start off by saying that Season 2 is much better, much better production value than Season 1. The characters, the costumes, the sets, the dialogue, everything feels so much better. Like, they really got their footing. Season 2, they really got their footing. Season 1, they were trying to figure shit out. Season 2, they got their footing. They put their foot on that gas and they was gone. So, Season 1 starts off with a dream sequence, actually, but it's Grover exploring the wild, trying to hunt for Pan. He sees some campers, or ex-campers. He's like, Allison? Allison? I forgot her last name. I don't know. Speaking of Allison, she's like the new... I like that Rick is adding more characters to make the world feel more expansive, and he's delving more into Luke's side of things and Luke's camp and their dynamic with everything, with the monsters and the demigods. So I'm very excited to see what's going forward, these future seasons, how much they delve into these other things that weren't explored in the books. And a new character is Allison, daughter of Apollo. Okay. I got a little things to say about her coming through with the different episodes or whatever. But it starts off with that. Grover finds a satyr dead. He finds some pipes laying around the satyr's neck. He picks them up, sprays them off with his Germex. Smart kid. He said, ew. But then he sees the golden fleece, like a strain of the golden fleece or whatever. Because apparently it gives off the same scent as Pan. But, so, I'm loving when Allison came out and it was like, Grover, where's the fleece? And he's like, what? What are you talking about? And they were going to kill him. But he played his flute, the trees, wrapped them up, and then Grover gets kidnapped by a giant kraken or whatever. Percy wakes up. Percy goes in the kitchen. First, he falls off the floor. He does a little 2000 montage of him getting ready. Sees his mom cooking breakfast in the kitchen, and then we meet my favorite character of Percy Jackson, Tyson. I love Tyson. I loved him in the books. He's even better in the show. He's such a sweet Cyclops. He can do no wrong. Tyson is the GOAT. But that happens. We meet Tyson and we see the little dynamic between him and Percy. Whereas Percy's okay, my mom kind of adopted him off the streets, but it was kind of iffy. They were very cordial, very kind of brotherly, but Percy was still a little bit standoffish. And then, yeah. So they leave. They leave the house. They try to go to camp. Annabeth pops out a taxi cab, the Grey Sisters taxi cab, and hold a blade to Tyson's neck. I was like, get away from him, Cyclops. And then Percy's like, yo, chill. He's with me. What? And But anyway, they get in the car. The Grey Sisters like, this the boyfriend? And then the other one's like, no, this the other boyfriend. Other boyfriend. Too many boyfriends. But they were talking about Percy and Grover not being boyfriends, being Annabeth's boyfriend. But yeah, the Grey Sisters were real fun, a real fun dynamic. This season felt way more fun and more campy, to say the least. Like it was just more expressive, more fun, like more out there. Like you're dealing with magic and monsters and shit. Not everything has to be like super grounded and realistic or whatever. Like let us have some fun, and we was having some fun. And they were threatening the Grey Sisters with the eye. Percy threatening to drop it out the window, and yeah, Annabeth was a little standoffish to Tyson, and we figure out why. Like later in the book. Not books. Or later in the show, we figure out why. I do wish they played it up a little bit more, because in the books, Annabeth, like, she had like a disdain for Tyson. Like she was like that dirty Cyclops. Like, ooh, like if Cyclops was a slur, she would be slinging that bitch like if because I was gonna say something. I still want to get monetized. I don't know how much I can say, how much I can't say. So, if Cyclops was a slur, she'll be slinging that thing like she's slinging iron. Okay, that's good enough. Cause what I was gonna say. Anyway, Percy, Tyson, and Annabeth make it to camp, or they make it to the outskirts of camp, and they try to go up the road or whatever to get to the camp. Turns out, camps are being attacked by some. I forgot the name. Basically, they're the cold north giants. They usually be in the north, but for some reason they like here in the south. They're not even in the south. They're in New York, Rhode Island. They're somewhere. Damn, I seem like a fake fan. I promise. I watched the show. I watched it. I just don't remember. I don't remember stuff well. And when I started taking my notes, I was halfway through season 2, so this is running like straight off memory. But we see Clarice, they got their little shut up Jackson type shit, and Percy's like, hey Clarice. They try to kill Tyson because he's a monster, and Percy's like, hey guys, he's with me. Wait a minute. We look up because there's a big ass trident floating over Tyson's head. He's the son of Poseidon. See, now Percy, he was thrown off by this. He was majorly thrown off by this. And if I was Percy, I would be even more pissed because I had to fight. I had to do like the capture the flag game. I had to fight for you to claim me. He just got the camp and you claim him instant? He didn't even have to take down no demigods? Like, come on, like at least have him fight a demigod or something. I mean, he did like help kill one of the giants. But I would have still been pissed because that's not like Dad. You could have claimed me a little earlier than that shit. I was at camp for like 3 days before you claimed me. Tyson just got here. We go to camp. We meet the new camp director, Tantalus, the dude who can't eat, and the not definitions, but the mythology is, I feel like, explained better in the dialogue this time. Because if you watched my last video, which you should go watch, I need my watch hours to go up and my followers. Follow, comment, subscribe, and all the other shit YouTubers tell you to do. Yeah, they was like, person was like, oh, you're Tantalus. Oh, you're the dude who can't eat no matter how hungry he gets. And Tantalus was like, yes, thank you for reminding me of my curse, even though I momentarily forgot it. Tantalus was such a, I don't even know the word to say what he was, but he was it. He was so annoying. But it was kind of funny. He did not care about that camp. He did not care about the camp. He just wanted to eat and drink, and that shit wasn't, the gods wasn't gonna let him do that. So yeah, Chiron got excommunicated. He got fired, and they fired him. Like, they fired him from the camp. And then what was pissing me off, no lie, it pissed me off so bad. Because it was like, oh yeah, Chiron was like, I got fired from the camp because I'm the son of Kronos. Okay. So is Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Hera, Demeter, Hestia, like, okay, right. Like, they were like, it was like, he got fired from his connection to Kronos. We're all related. In the club, we're all fam. Like, at the camp, we're all family, literally. Like, Kronos is granddaddy to all, like, half the demigods. And if he's not granddaddy, he's great granddaddy. Like, I'm finding it. It was just like, that was actually pissing me off, because it was like, how you gonna fire Chiron from being too connected to Kronos? He's Kronos' son. Oh my god. Yeah. So are you, king of the gods? Like, come on, Zeus. Like, ugh. Zeus in the books pissed me off, but in the show, he's so much worse. He's so much more annoying. Like, it's so funny, because I really wanted to, like, I just know if I was in the Percy Jackson world, I would have been got smited. I would have gotten smited so fast for the way I would be talking to these gods. Like, they would have smited me, cursed me, like, I would be beefing with everybody. And I would threaten them too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, maybe I should destroy Olympus. Everybody wants to kill me. So let me just destroy Olympus. Hey, Kronos, where's the other Titans? Let's destroy Olympus. I'll get smited. I'm not. I'm not. This is why, if the world ever fell into like, oh, Jamon, we need you to save the world. You're the chosen one. I mean, the world will get saved. Don't get me wrong, the world will get saved. But it's going to be a lot. Going to be a lot of fighting, a lot of chaos, a lot of talking back and complaining. I'm a complainer. I complain the whole time. But, yeah. Fast forward, they do the chariot races. I'm sorry, this is all over the place. It gets a little bit more structured because I got my notes. But I think that's season 2. Episode 2, they do chariot races. But they're getting ready for the chariot races. Chiron tells Annabeth, yo, you can't let Percy on this prophecy. Don't let him know about the prophecy. We gotta keep it a secret. Annabeth's like, I don't really like that, but I'm gonna try. So she tries to get Percy like cut off from the chariot races, because they gotta do a chariot race. You do a chariot race, you can get a prophecy. You get a quest. The winner of the chariot races get a quest. Percy and Annabeth divided themselves. Annabeth for secret reasons, because she wasn't gonna include Percy at all. And then Percy was just going along with it, like, yeah, Annabeth. And so they do that. They do chariot races. The barrier, oh yeah, forgot to say that. The barrier at camp falling apart. Like, it's Luke poisoned Thalia's tree. So the barrier at camp just been falling apart. And it's been going terribly. And then these fucking birds come. I forgot what the fuck they were called. Damn, I'm sorry. I'm gonna delete that. That was, to me, that was a big ass F word. But these birds come and they end up breaking through the camp. It actually looked pretty cool, because they were like swirling around in the sky, making like a little tornado, like piercing a single point into the barrier. I'm like, it just felt so realistic. Like, oh, these birds, they can sense that the barrier is falling, so they form a drill basically to get into camp. And they got into camp, messed up the chariot races, campers fighting for their lives. Percy and Annabeth ends up going to Chiron's office, getting his boombox, because they were like, oh, sound. Achilles. Not Achilles. It wasn't Achilles. It was Odysseus. There we go. Odysseus ends up killing the birds or driving them away with high-pitched sounds. So they're like, oh, we know what to do. They get the boom box, they put it to the speaker, to the little conch horn type thing, and they play a little song, and high-pitched noise. The lady on the song hit that high note, the birds fly away, they save the camp. While everybody fighting for their lives, funny as fuck, Dionysus, he just looks annoyed. Like, the birds coming at him, his first reaction, he's like he just swatted him away. He just like the bird comes, and just beep, fall to the ground. And then it's pan away from him and pan back to him, and he's like hiding behind the couch, even though he doesn't have to. It was just so funny. I love Dionysus because he's just so. I just can't wait. I'm really hoping they do we really get to see how he interacts with the campers and how he actually feels about the campers. Because in the books, like the last book of the War on Olympus, like Dionysus, like it was revealed Dionysus actually like he likes the campers. He likes the campers. He likes the kids. He likes Percy. Like he's basically a tsundere. He's just like, oh my god, I guess I like you guys. Well, whatever. But I'm hoping we get to see that happen. But yeah, Dionysus swats him away. Clarice, everybody fighting for their lives. Clarice ends up finishing. She finishes the race. She said, fuck everybody else. I'm finishing this quest. And the development on Clarice this season, immaculate. We were getting some good insight. And this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted to see. So Clarice ends up getting her quest. Tantalus ends up rewarding Clarice a quest. Tantalus got, he just got it out for Percy for some reason. Everybody, hates Percy. I don't know why, actually. I guess he's the child of the big three or whatever. But, everybody's just, after Percy for some reason. But Tantalus ends up doing that. Gives Clarice her quest, and she gets to go to the Oracle or whatever. So Tantalus ends up giving Clarice her quest. And she gets to pick two people. So she picks Annabeth. Annabeth stands up like, Clarice, you need somebody who's been on a quest. I know I've been on a quest. You need somebody strong. You want to make this quest go right, girl. I'm your girl. And Clarice may be stubborn, and she may be an asshole sometimes, but Clarice, she's smart. She's like, okay. And she got Annabeth. Annabeth whispers in her ear, don't pick Percy. Because she was finna pick Percy. Clarice was finna put her pride aside and was like, you know what? Percy did complete a quest. He is the child of the big three. He is the son of the sea god, and I am finna go to the sea of monsters. So it would just kind of be smart to pick Percy. And she was finna to, but then Annabeth told her no. And so she listened to Annabeth and was like, no. So Percy decided, you know what? I'm going to sneak out. I'm going to go on this quest myself. And that's what he does. He sneaks out. He's about to go on the quest himself. He tries to leave Tyson behind. Tyson, this place is scary by, when you're alone. What the hell? Because it is. Poseidon Cabin is so, it's cool and all, but it is, it seems like it was sunken, like a house that got sunken, a temple that got sunken in the sea. I guess that was the vibe they were going for, but I'm like, yeah, it is kind of, all the other cabins look kind of warm and full of life. Poseidon Cabin looks cold and dead. And I'm like, And too many dead, too many skeletons, too many dead fish, not even no live fish. Why are all the fish dead? Anyway. Percy sneaks out. He meets Hermes. Hermes is like, yo, save my son. Colombia, mi encanto. Because he is played by Lin-Manuel Miranda. And Hermes confirmed that he was a whore. He was like, yeah, I did a lot in Vegas. Okay. Calm down. We didn't need to know about your sexual escapades. We understand. That's why the Hermes Cabin is the most full. It's not just because the gods wasn't claiming them. You're easy. You're easy, Hermes. We know. You're easy. But he gives Percy a little bag and please save my son. Percy's like, Luke can't be saved. I don't think Luke want to be saved. And that's an interesting dynamic they did with that because I have to reread the books, but I'm pretty sure Percy, at least towards the beginning of the series, he was more on the line of maybe we can save Luke, maybe we can try to save Luke or whatever. Yeah, no, he's like, Luke can't be saved. We gotta take him out. Like, he pulled the Uncle Iroh. No, he's crazy and he needs to be taken out. Annabeth tries to talk to Percy, goes to Poseidon cabin, sees there's only Tyson in there. Tyson's like, oh yeah, well he left after he heard that you like didn't want him on the quest or whatever. And Annabeth's like, shit. So Annabeth runs out, finds Percy. They're talking, whatever. Thaddeus comes and got a fucking crossbow tipped with celestial bronze. He's out for the kill. He wants to kill Percy so bad. And I actually don't understand the beef between them two. But if I was Percy, me and Thaddeus would have had to see me. He needed that. Like, he seriously needed that. He would have had to see me. But that happened. He shot the little dingboat, like a little lifeboat or whatever. And Percy, Annabeth, and Tyson get shot off into this cruise ship, the Princess Andromeda. Big cruise ship. If you watch the Percy Jackson movies, this was a ship Luke was supposed to have in the movies. Like, it was like an actual cruise ship that can house like hundreds of demigods and hundreds of monsters and stuff. Like, perfect. I loved it. That's what I was talking about when I say like the set design, like everything, it was upgraded. And I cannot wait. I can't wait. I need them to finish this. Oh, okay. Episode 3. Clarice officially gets her quest. She goes to the Oracle, right? And this is her first time going to the Oracle, first time getting the quest. Oracle creepy as hell. Like, it's in an attic. She's like a decaying body. And Clarice looking around like, what's going on? And so the Oracle like moves. She's like, and Clarice instantly chops off her head. And I was like, that's so funny because that's such a real reaction. Like, these are like demigods. They're battle hardened. They're used to fighting. Like, they're training. Like, they've been in training to fight monsters, fight these different creatures all the time. So like, they will always be like naturally like on edge, like reactionary and stuff. And so just to see her to get scared and her instant reaction, cut that bitch head off with their heads. Yes, I loved Clarice. She gets her quest and she's like, damn, I'm kind of fucked. Cause it was like, without friends, you'll fall. Wait, I don't remember the quest like that. But basically saying she don't got no friends. If she don't got no friends, she gonna fail. But Clarice was like, I'm not gonna take nobody on my quest. This is gonna be my quest alone. And she does take a quest alone. And Ares ends up giving her a ship filled with losers of battles. And this is something I remembered specifically from the books. When Ares gave her that ship, it was full of Confederate soldiers. I remember this. I remember this so well. Look, as a black boy reading like these YA series written by like white people and stuff, like you pick up on certain things, like especially like with all vampire stories. Why were they always a part of the Confederacy? Like, I genuinely, like, if someone has the answer to that, please let me know. Like, why were vampires always, like, why were any of them part of the Union? Or why weren't any of them just, like, it was like, yeah, I didn't want to do neither one of them. Like, they were always, like, Confederates. Like, that's, like, making, like, all your vampires Nazis. Like, what what actually was going on with that? But, they changed it so it wasn't Confederate soldiers. I'm pretty sure at least one of them was. But it was like people from all different, like from all over the world. They just losers. A whole bunch of... I keep allowing the curse. Oh my god. Sorry, y'all. But it's just a whole bunch of losers. And Ares even said, you think I get the winners, but you know. And so Clarice got on that ship. Switch back to Percy, Annabeth, Tyson. They on the cruise ship, the Princess Andromeda, and they're like, oh my god, this is nice. Tyson like, it's stinking here. Like, this ship stank. And then they talking or whatever, and Tyson like, oh, it's monsters. That's that smell. Monsters. Speaking of, before all this happens, they still switch back to Percy and Tyson at the in the camp, and Percy's about to go leave Tyson here. He's like, stay here, safe or whatever. And Tyson was just like, it's lonely. And you find out that Tyson prayed for a friend. Like, he prayed to the gods for a friend. And the gods sent him Percy. Like, Poseidon sent him Percy. Percy and Tyson's relationship is so cute. I love it so much. Like, they're brothers. Like, oh my god. I just love it so much. And Tyson's just so sweet. And Tyson's turning around, like, on the bed or whatever. And you see his back is all scratched up and stuff. And you find out he was, like, getting attacked by monsters on the daily. Like, monsters used to just mess with him. Before he got around Percy, monsters used to always mess with him. He used to live out on the streets. And monsters used to mess with him, like, on the daily. So he was always getting attacked. And I find that so interesting because Tyson is a confirmed son of Poseidon. All monsters are like children of the gods. All demigods and monsters, children of the gods, right? But Tyson he was claimed as a son of Poseidon. And even before he was claimed as a son of Poseidon, he wasn't treated like the other monsters treat other monsters. Because we haven't really seen other monsters going after other monsters, except for when it comes to Tyson. Usually they go after demigods, but I find it so interesting that they go after Tyson before he was claimed, but Tyson is more demigod than monster. Like, Tyson was allowed into camp. Annabeth let him into camp, but he was allowed into camp. He protects demigods. Like, he stands with the side. He stands with the side of Percy. Like, that's his brother. I fully believe if Percy decided to accept Luke's offer and to join Luke, Tyson would be right behind him. I actually believe Tyson would have followed Percy if Percy was like, we're destroying the gods. And Tyson would be like, you know what? I'm with you, Percy. I don't know if this is the right decision, but I'm with you. You do me right. And I love that. But I love the introduction of all the new, like, demigods. It's so interesting. And then we get to see a little fight between Allison, Percy, and Annabeth. And it makes sense that Allison, because she said she graduated out of camp. I don't know if graduate is the right word. I did not go to, like, a sleepaway camp. So I don't know, like, the correct wording. I don't know. Graduate, it feels so weird to say for a camp. Excuse me. But that just might be it. I don't know. Like, graduated just, I don't know. But I guess summer camp type shit. But it just makes the world feel more lived in when you see, like, all these different demigods of all, like, different kids. The ones we did get introduced to this season, I know we got a confirmed son of Aphrodite. Ooh. And we got a confirmed daughter of Apollo with Allison. I'm guessing all the other demigods that were with her were also children of Apollo, because they also they were all archers. So I'm guessing. And in the book, because in the book, all of the kids of Apollo and the hunters of Artemis are archers. Makes sense. Yeah. But Allison, like, you could see, like, she was, like, slightly better at fighting than Percy and Annabeth. Like, she was able to, like, hold both of them off before getting thrown overboard. Getting thrown off the ship. And that's so funny to me, because I feel like that's the moment is cemented in her that, oh, Annabeth's my op. I have, like, because after that, she was hating on Annabeth bad. Well, she was hating on Annabeth before that, but after she got thrown off that ship, it was over with. It was like, no, yeah, we gotta kill her now. And even when she was, like, going to Luke, she was like, we're killing him. We're killing her. And Luke was like, but we need Annabeth. Allison was a hater. She hated that, man. Oh yeah, one of the people on Clarice's ship worked at Blockbuster, which is, like, it's funny because that's such, like, a, I was gonna say it's an old person joke. It is an old person joke, and it makes sense. But it's so funny because he lost the the streaming wars. So that was his war that he lost, and now he's serving Ares. So it's funny. But I love the characterization of Clarice. Like when she first gets on the ship and all these losers, like they completely ignoring her, even though she is the daughter of Ares, and he basically told them to listen to her. They didn't care. Like they were like, we're already dead. We're already dead. We're already losers. Whatever. And it feeds into the feeling of inadequacy that Clarice feels. Like I'm loving the introspect of Clarice as a person, because she's a daughter of Ares, and Ares already like he likes winners. He don't like losers. You can't lose. You can't be weak or none of that in front of Ares, and you can't like disrespect his name. Like you can't. Ares, you got to be on top. Especially like his kids, they have to be on top. If you're a loser, he don't give about you. But I'm loving the characterization of Clarice. Feeling that inadequacy of having these soldiers not listen to her. She's yelling at like, soldiers, like she's like, men, listen to me, like I'm in charge here, and they like ignored her. They continue talking to like, and she had to walk off, and like she was mad, and like it kind of hit hard, because it was like that feeling of wanting to be great and wanting to be seen as great, but these people don't respect me. But it's like, why don't they respect me? I like the way that they went about this, in the way where Clarice is, when she gives her speech to the men, to like her army, instead of being like, I'm in charge, I'm the daughter of Ares, you listen to me, like you bow down to me, like, and basically like being like, you're going to listen to me, and forcing them to listen to her, she appeals to them. She's like, aren't you guys tired of being losers? Like, aren't you tired of being seen as losers? Like, you've been in the fields of punishment since you've been dead, because you guys lost and like are cowards and losers and all this. Like, we can go to Elysium. Like, we can be with the heroes. We can be winners. Don't you guys want to be winners? And that is what got the men to listen to her and to follow her. And that proves right there, I feel like that proves that Clarice is a good leader. Like, Ares might be a good warrior, but Clarice is a leader. She leads. Like, she sees what her army is going through, what her men is going through, and she appeals to their emotions in order to feel that fire of, we're gonna win this. And I love that. I've been loving the characterization that has been happening throughout season 2, because we need more of that. That like, these are the moments that I wish, like, I need more of expansion on, and I love that. And Luke being as charming as ever. The actor for Luke, I love him. I don't know, he just fits, like, he fits so well. I love his voice. Like, he has a very, like, no lie, he's very charming, and with the way he comes off. And it's just like, I probably would have followed Luke too. Like, at a certain point, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, fuck the gods. Yeah! It probably would have hit me a little bit, like, what the fuck am I doing? But I'm sure for a second I'm gonna be like, I kind of like what he's talking about. You know what? I have been stuck in Hermes' cabin for 5 years. Not me though. If I was a child of a demigod, definitely going big 3. I most likely would be a child of Hades, a child of Aphrodite, or a child of like Nyx, goddess of the night. Yes. Like, I feel like them are 3 options. Who would y'all be the children of? If you made it this far into the video, thank you. Who would y'all be like the children of? Like, who do you think like resonates with you more? Be like, oh, this definitely be a child of so and so. It can be anybody. There's so many Greek gods. So hey, you can be literally anybody. But Luke's as charming as ever, trying to convince Percy and Annabeth and Tyson actually to join his cause and to join Kronos and stuff. And Tyson over there hanging out with the other giants, and he building shit. And they're like, oh my God. And they're talking, and Percy's like, okay, this is bad, but like, oh, I don't know how we're gonna get out of here. We're trapped. And Tyson, the goat that he is, I love Tyson so much. He asked one of the Litho Guardians, I think. He asked him, hey, can I borrow a fireball? And he's like, oh, sure. And Tyson's like, wow, thanks. He put it on there. And they're like, he's like, what's this? He's like, what do you call it? And because Tyson made like this little contraption, this little machine. And he's like, what do you call it? Tyson stepped back. He said, a bomb. Boom. Ah! When I tell you, I was up in here screaming. I was like, ah! Because like, that's so, like, Tyson's so real. He made the bomb, he blew it up, and then he ran and grabbed Annabeth and Percy. He was like, we getting out of here. Like, we gotta go. Like, Tyson was on it. Tyson has come in clutch so many times. Honestly, without Tyson, Percy and Annabeth would have been dead. Like, actually, Percy and Annabeth would have been dead without Tyson. And Tyson is just so funny. And to use, to not only build a bomb in front of the person you're trying to explode, but to use their fireball against them for your bomb, that's hilarious. That's king shit right there. I love Tyson so much. But yeah, they end up escaping off the ship in the little lifeboat type thing. Percy has his like winds of whatchamacallem, winds of the west. He like winds of all four directions, and like you open it a little bit and it'll blast you to where you want to go, whatever. And he does it. He blasts them, and he has they blast to shore. There we go. I couldn't think of that word, but they blast them back to shore. The ship is like on the shore. Of course, they blast because they. Percy opens the little container a little bit, and he blasts into shore. And him and Tyson are chilling, talking and stuff, while Annabeth goes to this secret place the secret little hideout that her, Luke, and Thalia was like a part of. And they not a part of this little secret hideout, like stash away stuff. And she got her like little food and snacks or whatever, like the stuff that was still staying there. And she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it's still here." And and so they also had a little backstory scene of when they first got there, and Annabeth was a kid, and Luke ends up giving her this little bracelet that he got out of a cereal box. And he was like, it's a magic charm, protection charm from the goddess of protection, I think. Kellogia, because it was a Kellogg's box. I'm like, oh my God. Like, that's so sweet and so funny. And also it's so funny because by just naming Kellogia, I can't say that shit. But by making up the Greek god name, it actually sounds like it could actually be a Greek goddess, and it's just hilarious. But yeah, while Annabeth's doing that, Percy and Tyson are talking, and they end up having a little burp fight scene because they're bonding and stuff. And I think this is actually the moment where Tyson was like, I prayed for a brother and I prayed for a friend and they sent me you, a brother. And then that hit Percy's heart, of course. And then he ends up burping in Tyson's face. They have like a little burp fight scene. Tyson's running around burping, like chasing Percy with his burp. And then their getaway ship, their little lifeboat, blows up. Why? Because Clarice, they figured out that the coordinates that Daedalus gave them were wrong. So Clarice ends up fighting Percy because Percy mentioned, I know the right coordinates. So they found Percy, they blew up the lifeboat, and was basically like, yo, give me the coordinates or I'm gonna kill you. And then Annabeth was like, hey, we can all just go together. We're all trying to do the same thing. We could just work together. And Clarice's like, I don't need to work with you. I have an army. I have a shipwright. I have somebody to I have my little driver, and I don't know what my map maker. I don't know. I forgot what the third one was. Basically, it was the three positions that Tyson, Annabeth, and Percy would have been like fulfilling, but Clarice already had that down pat. So Percy was like, "Yo, you know what? I challenge you to single combat, me versus you. If I win, you let us come. Like you give us your ship, and we gonna be gone. If you win, we'll give you the coordinates, and we'll just like we'll go away." Annabeth put on her cap. Percy and Clarice fighting. Annabeth goes stab the three people Clarice just called out. Was like, "I don't need you. I got them three." Annabeth killed them. Re-killed them. They were already dead. So Annabeth killed them, and in my notes, I just said Annabeth keeps proving why she's the smartest, because she did. She proved why she's the smartest. She killed the three, and I was like, "Look, now you need us." And Clarice did need them, so they hopped on the ship. Clarice and Percy's dynamic is so funny because they're like arguing, like they're always butting heads with each other. And it's mostly coming from Clarice, which is so funny because Percy's just kind of there. And he's like, "No, that's stupid." And Clarice is like, "No, you're stupid." But then there's Annabeth who have to be like, "You're both stupid." Pretty much. And Annabeth's like keeping both of them in check. And it's like, oh my God. Like, and I wish like I wish there were more scenes between Percy and Clarice. I just like seeing the dynamics of the characters interacting with each other. That has always been like my like favorite part of like any type of TV show or movie or book or any type of series is character interactions. That's why I love like downtime. Like when it's not necessarily like going straight for the plot, like, oh, I gotta do this, gotta do that. Like when it's just characters interacting, like getting to know each other, or like you just seeing character dynamics type stuff. Like I love that. I love it. I live for it. But yeah, Annabeth has to keep them in check or whatever. And they have to choose which way they want to get into the Sea of Monsters. And it's either you go one way and you have to fight this giant like sea creature in the bottom of a whirlpool, or you fight this, I don't even know what exactly it is, but it's big as fuck, it's on rocks, and it got 6 tentacles. And Annabeth's like, if we do that one, that's the most logical one. We just sacrifice 6 of your men because they're already dead. We can just sacrifice 6 of them and then we can pass through. And Clarice was like, I promised my men Elysium. I promised that I wouldn't just like kill them off and like I care about them and stuff. And I like that Clarice actually cares. Like she cares about her men. She cares about the promises she made to them. And so she decides, ultimately, they end up deciding to go to the tentacle one, and she ends up sacrificing 6 of her men. I like that she actually like, she's a leader. She's like, this is her army. She doesn't see them as tools to get this job done, which is actually very interesting because you have the daughter of Athena, a daughter of strategic war. She's saying these people are already dead, just sacrifice them. But Clarice, a daughter of just war, a daughter of Ares, she's like, these are my men. I promised them Elysium. I promised them like greatness. I promised I would not just abandon them like the other people did. And she, in the end, she kind of did sort of kept her promise. Because they end up going to the tentacles first, and at Clarice and Clarice, Annabeth, and Percy are looking on while the people getting snatched up, and Clarice, like, it's literally, you can see like the fear and the panic and the sorrow like on her face, and like you can feel the regret she's feeling because she's like, it just doesn't sit right with her. Like after all this time, like these were my people. Like these were my people, and she sees that happening, and she goes out and she saves them. Like, well, she tries to save them. Like she turns the ship from the tentacle monster to the whirlpool monster, and she get on her cannon and start shooting. She go boom, 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 boom. It's not doing much, but it's doing something. And Tyson over there like in the trying to fuel the ship, and we gotta go. They try like it was just so chaotic, but it was so like, oh my god, like I was actually like on the edge of my seat, like what's going on. And a little before that, before like they end up choosing which monster to go to, Percy and Clarice ends up talking. Like Percy makes him like a peanut butter jelly sandwich or something, and he ends up talking to Clarice, and like like you can feel Clarice like softening up towards Percy and just softening up in general and not being like so on edge and have to be like all the time. Like you can feel them softening up, and I like the like dynamic. But Percy gives her like some advice or something, and Clarice is just like, "Shut up, Jackson." That's like her favorite thing to say is just "Shut up, Jackson," because shut up, Jackson. Literally. But yeah, back to the ship. The Percy's container full of the wind ends up getting opened up, and the ship comes apart. They get blasted into the sky. The ship is coming apart. Everybody's getting swung like everywhere. Like everybody ends up in different spots. Percy and Annabeth ends up on an island, the Spa Island, and at the edge of the island, like you try to get off the island, you gotta deal with the sirens. Oh man. Tyson ends up getting thrown into the middle of the ocean, I guess. Like he's just in the like when we see Tyson again, he's just in the water like. Clarice, she gets sent to what was that man? Not Prometheus. Polyphemus. I'm pretty sure Polyphemus' island. So she's at where she needed to be. She at where she needed to be. Percy and Annabeth, they gotta find a way off Cersei's island. Like damn. And what's so interesting about this is Cersei in this version, she's a hip. First of all, she's a hippie, which is hilarious. But she like helps demigods get off the island, like train them to get off the island to get past the sirens. Like she shows you your fatal flaw, and she helps you get off the island. Or she says she helps you get off the island, or whatever. Percy and Annabeth was like, we can't stay here. Like we gotta go. Percy looks into this, like they have a little meeting. Percy looks into the mirror to find out his fatal flaw. Of course, it's loyalty. He's seeing all the people he's loyal to, and he's like, oh shit, like Percy like seeing all the people he's loyal to, his emotions getting all tensed up, and he's like, dang, I can't do this. And then Cersei's like, Annabeth, you need to find out your fatal flaw. It's pride. Annabeth know her shit. She's like, it's pride. I know my fatal flaw. It's pride. Yada, yada, yada. So yeah. Percy ends up figuring out that... It's so surprising. Percy figured it out before Annabeth. I think this is one of the only moments we see Percy figuring something out before Annabeth. But Percy figures out before Annabeth that Cersei turns these people into guinea pigs. Like, she keeps the demigods trapped here. And Cersei's like, yeah. And he's like, yo, I won't tell nobody. Just give us some of the little earwax or whatever so we can get past the sirens and we can go. So Cersei's basically like, Percy's like, yo, I won't tell nobody. Help us get off the island. Your secret's safe with me. Cersei's like, that sounds nice, but yeah. And now Percy's, I should have had some dust. I don't got no dust. I don't got dust to blow. Should have had some power. Just would have been perfect. But but Cersei's like, now Percy's a guinea pig. Yeah. Like damn. Instant. Like it was like damn. It was instant. But Percy's a guinea pig. She picks up Percy's pin sword and drop it in her little container. Annabeth comes to see Cersei and was like, hey, I'm getting off. We gotta get off this island. Like she's trying to talk to her or whatever. She sees Percy's sword, Percy's pin. Huh? She look over. that guinea pig drinking the water's starting to swirl. Oh, I can't find Percy. You got some animals over here. I already know you're Cersei. I know your game. I know what you do. Okay. So she gives all the guinea pigs these vitamins to help you feel like yourself. Courtesy of Hermes. Does Hamilton exist in... Funny thought. Okay, since Lin Manuel Miranda is Hermes in the Percy Jackson world, do you think Hamilton, the actual person, is a son of Hermes? So Hermes himself created the musical Hamilton about his own son and casted himself to play himself to play his own son? Food for thought. But yeah, so that happens. All the guinea pigs turn back into regular people. They were pirates. Shout out Blackbeard, One Piece. But yeah, they were pirates and stuff. Percy Annabeth ends up getting on a ship and is gonna leave. And so they only had a little bit of the little earwax left. So Percy decided, they were like, look, we only got a little bit left. One of us is gonna get tied to the mast. The other one, we're gonna put the earwax in there, and then we're gonna be good. So they're on the ship. Annabeth tied Percy to the mast. Cersei ain't playing. They're almost to the sirens. Cersei waited until they almost got to the sirens and said, and she zipped back her little container of earwax all the way from the ship back into her back into her hand. And so she was like, shit, good luck. So Percy tied to the mast. Annabeth, she get called over by the sirens. The siren design was actually so cool. They were like all earthy and rocky. Like they looked like women made of rocks. Because usually sirens are either seen as bird ladies or mermaids. But these were rocks. And it's so interesting to see, especially when you hear the mythology of sirens luring sailors to their deaths by luring them to the rocks. Like they crash into the rocks. Bitch, they are the rocks. Like, you the birthday. What the siren showed her, first of all, it was Percy and Luke arguing and Annabeth in the middle and being like, guys, don't fight. This isn't you. We can all be friends. Peace, love, and kumbaya. And then in the vision, she snaps out of it like, oh, this is Cyrus. Her mom comes to save her. Athena comes in clutch and stabs the siren. Annabeth gets like the first two sirens. The third siren get her. And Athena comes and stabs the siren through the chest with a spear. And it's like, oh my god, Athena! He came and saved her baby. Wrong. This is siren also. Fuck. Percy ends up hopping off the boat. He like cuts himself out the rope and end up hopping off the boat and grabbing Annabeth and was like, we gotta go! We gotta go! So yeah, Annabeth almost died. Percy almost died. The sirens would have got them. And this is like one of the only monsters. I mean, I don't know. They get fucked up by monsters a lot. But this is one of the only monsters where they were like, oh, they were out. Like, they would have died. Like, the only other one I think was like the Chimera. Like, they were gonna die here. And so they're on a boat, they're talking, and Percy's talking about like his fatal flaw is loyalty and stuff. And the moment, sorry, starting to blush a little bit here, but they were talking, they're on a boat, they're having their little moment. And Percy said, if it came down to it, between you and Olympus, if I had to choose, Annabeth, I burn it all down. Oh my god! What? Oh shit! I'm telling you, if somebody told me, not only would they go to war for me, they'd go to war with gods for me, but they would burn it all down for me. Oh my God. I'll be over there giggling and like you wouldn't be able to tell me shit. You would be like, that's not your man. That is. That's mine. That's my man. That's my girl. Shit. They'll burn it all down for me. You can't tell me nothing. You cannot tell me nothing. Like shit, if I was Annabeth, I'd be feeling like Aphrodite herself. Like I'm like, oh yeah, y'all fuck with me if you can. You can't. That's my Percy. That's mine. He'd burn it all down for me. Like, I love that. One of my favorite dynamics. One of my favorite dynamics is like the one who would do anything and like super obsessed. Like, I'll do anything. I'll burn the world down for you, like the guard dog type energy. And then the other one is like Sikkim. Like, even though Annabeth is not like a Sikkim type person, she should be. She should definitely be. Because if I was Annabeth, I'd be like, I'm gonna call Percy. Don't make me call Portia. Because I'll be calling Perseus all fucking day. I'm gonna call Percy. Also, if I was Percy, sorry, I got a notification. But if I was Percy, my water skills, it'll be on top notch. Because that would be all I'd be practicing. The whole summer, I'd be practicing me doing water. Sally would have got sick of me. Sally would have been sick of me because I'd be watering everything. Shit. Water these plants, water those plants, making it rain. Like, I'd just be doing stuff. I'd be in the pool all day. Like, that's just me. Y'all, no lie, I got a little sidetracked with the I burn it all down thing. I'm sorry, y'all. But it's just, I'm starting to get more into like shipping characters and stuff. I always wanted to be a part of that. I was never a part of fandom culture, like when I was younger, to like ship people and all that type of stuff. So now that I am, like, I'm older, I can do stuff, I can see stuff. Like, oh my God, I want to ship people. And Percy and Annabeth, that's been like the one couple, I love them. And book Percy and Annabeth, love them. TV show Percy and Annabeth, I think they're already topping book Percy and Annabeth because they're having more moments and they feel more natural. I think it helps because it's a show, like it's a live action show. So it's really like chemistry between not only the characters, but also the actors. But it's phenomenal. I love it. Oh, something I did forget to mention. Percy and Grover have been communicating throughout their dreams because they have an empathy link. In the books, Grover created the empathy link. But in here, the empathy link just developed naturally between Satyr and Demigod, but it only happens between best friends. And I just love it. Like Percy and Grover, like, okay, best friends. I love that. Like, everything seems more natural this season. And I keep doing this. I keep, cause fuck yeah. But yeah. Oh, and so we switch back to Clarice. Clarice on the island. Clarice sees the golden fleece. Clarice goes to the golden fleece. She looked down. Grover. So Clarice hopped down into the cave or whatever. And he was like, we gotta go. Actually, I lied. That did not happen. Clarice got kidnapped by the Cyclops. Clarice got kidnapped. Bumped on the head, tossed in the bag, and was put over like a pot of boiling soup. And then he was like, I'm gonna go get some stuff to put in my soup. And then Grover is acting like a Cyclops, acting like a little Cyclops lady. It's like, okay, go do that, sweetums, schnookums. Because the Cyclops is like halfway blind or whatever. But yeah, Clarice ends up cutting herself down. and her and Grover are now trapped in the cave. And she's like, fuck. They look up. They're like, oh, shit. And Grover's like, I've been plotting my escape since I got here. I just need a rope. And look, rope. And so, rope. Clarice, like, breaks, like, a broom or something, makes a little spear, tie the rope to it, shoot it up. She has impeccable aim. She shoot it up all the way up to the opening in the sky to climb up it. They try to climb up it. She tried to climb up it, but as she almost there, the stick come out the ground and she fall all the way back to the ground. She hits like this little carriage type thing and knocks herself out. Grover hears the Cyclops coming back. He pushes Clarice under the bed. Not the bed, under the cart, and is like, oh my god. And so basically he like acting like he's the lady. He's been wearing a wedding dress this whole time. He had the little veil on and everything. This time he forgot to put the veil down. And the Cyclops is like, okay, I'm sick of this. Like, look, I know you're not a Cyclops. I'm not stupid. I might be half blind, but I can smell, and you smell like a goat. And also, you talk in your sleep. Which was so funny to me. Because the Cyclops he felt kind of offended. He was like, yeah, you think you're so smart. You talk in your sleep. You've been talking about how you're not really a Cyclops and how you've been you plotting your escape and how I'm stupid as hell. And you talk in your sleep. Ha, I know what you are. I've been tricking you this whole time. I've just been waiting for you to give me little demigods to come here. But that happens. Grover gets tied up and shoved into a little crate. Not a crate, into a wardrobe, actually. Clarice wakes up, rolls from under the things, like, what the hell? Where's Grover? And then Grover is talking to Clarice. Like, Clarice, he knows. You gotta get out of here. Clarice, hurry up. You gotta help. Clarice. And then I forgot exactly what he says, but then Grover says something about Ares being merciful. And when he said that, Clarice said, Ares? Who? Merciful? Those two words don't go into the same sentence unless it's Ares. Unless it's Ares isn't merciful. What? But she knew something was up. Then she turned around. The fucking thing, the Cyclops is right there. He's like, ha, gotcha, bunk. Yeah, Clarice was getting knocked out a little too much this episode. But hey, Percy and Annabeth makes it to the island to get to Grover or whatever. And they're creating their own, like, their plan, and they're gonna get the sheep's wool to smell like sheep and to hide amongst the Cyclops and stuff. Percy goes to look at the entrance of the cave. Annabeth goes to get the wool, and while she's getting the wool, Luke calls her, like an Iris message. Luke calls her and is like, and just talking to her, and he's like, "You're okay." And he's like, "You got to be careful. He's smarter than you think." Like he's warning her and everything, and Annabeth is just talking to him and like really talking to him because Luke, that's her brother. Like Luke took care of her. Like, Luke and Annabeth have known each other for years now. So, it's understandable that Annabeth is more... what do you call it? Expression. Like, she cares for Luke and tries to hear him out and wants to save Luke and have hope for Luke. And so, she's talking to him. Percy comes and cuts the fucking Irish message in half. He's like, what are you doing? He's tricking you. He's lying to you. And it's like, calm down. Fuck. Like, dude, chill. Daddy, chill. But Allison ends up walking into Luke, and she's like, oh my god, like, why do you keep going after Annabeth so bad? Why do you keep trying to recruit Annabeth so bad? Like, she's a traitor. And Luke's like, that was recon. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about what I do. That was recon. And he ends up like cutting a portal onto the island or whatever. But in my notes I said, Allison don't understand how smart and goated Annabeth is. And he doesn't. Because the thing is, if Luke see, Kronos went after Luke. But if Kronos would have went after Annabeth, if Annabeth was the one to like start the war of Olympus and was in the position that Luke was in, oh, Olympus would have fallen. Olympus would have fallen because my girl Annabeth is too smart. She's actually too smart. Like she would have won. And Allison doesn't understand that. See, Allison, she don't know game. She can't peep game like that. She don't know how goated Annabeth is and how much power she has in just her smarts. Like, and that's because even like the Heroes of Olympus, if you look at it, the Heroes of Olympus, every demigod in the prophecy of every one of the seven have like some special powers. Percy, water, sea, all that type of stuff. Jason with the his lightning and wind, and Leo got fire. Hazel, she could control gems and stuff. Why am I forgetting his name? Damn, I forgot his name. But he could shapeshift. Annabeth was the only her gift, her power was her smarts. It was her brain. They don't understand that. If Luke was able to get Annabeth on his side, I feel like he would have got Percy on his side. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like he would have been able to get them on his side. Honestly, out of everyone, if Luke was able to get Percy and Annabeth, the war would have been won. Kronos would have been won, or Kronos would have won already. But yeah. And so we switched back into inside the cave. But yeah, the war would have been won already. Percy and Annabeth, they're hiding amongst the sheep of the Cyclops to like sneak around and to get to the fleece and whatever. And we switch back into inside the cave. Clarice and Grover tied up back to back, and they're like, "Oh shit! Like how am I supposed to get out of this?" Clarice, now this is what I like to see. Clarice somehow pulls somebody to the side, but she pulls up forward, hops on her feet, picking her and Grover up at the same time, backing Grover up into a mirror that's right there, breaking the glass, picking up the glass and sawing off the rope. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, how many times do you think at Camp Half-Blood they had a kidnapping training session? Like, they're like, okay, you're tied up. You're tied up now. What do you do? Like, because she did that, this has happened before. But I loved it. I'm like, oh my God, that's so badass. Like, I'm loving, like, all these little moments like that. I'm like, these are demigods who've been training for war. Like, they've been training for battle. Like, they've been training for these situations. I love little moments. I love the little moments like that. Percy ends up going inside the cave. Annabeth is stuck outside the cave because she was leading the Cyclops away from the Golden Fleece. But turns out the Golden Fleece was faked. It was just some wool painted gold. Everybody fell for it. But Percy ends up falling into the cave or whatever. He's knocked in there and he's trapped. Percy, Clarice, and Grover all trapped in the cave. Grover ends up fighting the actual fleece inside the cave. He's like, all right, perfect, got it. And they're like, yay! Everybody's like, camp saved! Yay! Exactly what we came for. And Annabeth ends up, they're outside in front of the cave. The Cyclops is opening up the cave. He's like, that's mine! And he leaves the tiniest sliver, this big. I can reach my hand through, but I can't reach my whole body through. And he leaves that little opening. And he swats Annabeth because she's invisible with her cap, but he swats her. Boom! She flies back. Annabeth is now she knocked out. More than knocked out. That girl dying. She was dying. She got hit hard. Luke, he was seeing everything. He went up to the Golden Fleece, found out the Golden Fleece was fake. Seeing the Cyclops running around. Then he like he watching, basically he's seen that Cyclops hit Annabeth. It didn't do anything, but the goat Tyson came out of nowhere and started fighting him. Like, I'm sorry, punch him. I'm pretty sure he suplexed him at one point, and then he knocked him off. Like, he dove off the cliff with him. I love Tyson so much. Tyson is amazing. Luke come around. He's like, she's dying, Percy. Give me the fleece. Give me the fleece, Percy. She's dying. And the thing is, was it an act to get the fleece? Yes. But Luke actually still cares about Annabeth. Like, you can tell he cares about Annabeth. And I love that. And so he wraps her up in the fleece and he takes her. Clarice was mad as fuck. Because Clarice was like, I'm not giving her no! Clarice was like, no, I'm not gonna waste, this is my quest. Like, my quest was to get the fleece. I'm not gonna waste my quest to get the fleece and for Annabeth, even though she would save Annabeth, but it was the fact that she had to give the fleece to Luke in order to save Annabeth. And Luke was like appealing to Percy. He was like, she's dying. He needs the fleece. So Percy was like, Clarice, come on. He snatched the fleece from her and gave it to Luke. And Luke wrapped Annabeth up. Annabeth started to heal. And Luke ended up leaving and whatever. And Clarice was like, this is your fault, Jackson. I hate you so much. And he's like, yeah, I know. But it's Percy's fatal flaw coming to bite him in the ass. His loyalty. He'll do anything for those he loves. Like, for his friends and his family, he would do anything. He would let the world burn. Actually, he would burn it down himself. And I love that. I love it. Oh, and then so Tyson ends up like coming back up the cliff. He opens the door. He's like, Annabeth's gone. I couldn't save her. Luke had her. And Percy's like, it's okay. I got him. Like, we know. And Percy and Tyson hug and stuff. He was like, I thought I lost you. He's like, no, I'm here for you, bro. And they're so cute. I love them. And then Clarice was like, great. Now what do we do? Like, how the fuck are we supposed to, first of all, how are we supposed to get off this island? Second of all, like, the fleece is gone. Luke got the fleece. And Percy's just like, look, we got to get the fleece and Annabeth back, okay? We're going to do it. And Clarice's like, how are we going to do that? Tyson like, hey, my friends can help. Friends? The hippogriffs. The hippogriffs, Rainbow and their friend and his friends come on, and they hop on the hippogriffs and they go to the ship, the cruise ship or whatever. But they first stop at a port, but the cruise ship is not supposed to be there. But they was letting all the humans off the ship, off the cruise ship, and it was just a little moment between the son of Aphrodite. We've been seeing him, and it's so funny because when it was revealed he was the son of Aphrodite. I was like, that makes so much sense because literally every time he's on screen, that man is just cheesing. He's like, like he look like he got that rich white people laugh. Like he just like, yes. But okay, so Percy, Grover, Tyson, and Clarice ends up kidnapping the son of Aphrodite because they voice changed into like one of the other of Luke's army. I was gonna say campers, but I don't really want to. They're not technically campers no more. They left camp. But yeah, they ends up kidnapping one of them, and he tries to charm speak, and specifically he tries to charm speak Percy. Because he's sitting there like he's like locked up like this, like he's like this, and he's like, Clarice is standing right here in front of him, like sword to his neck and shit, and he's sitting there, and he's still cheesing, like he ain't worried about nothing, he's still cheesing, and he look over to Percy and start talking to Percy like this, and then Clarice like, lose a charm, speak, Aphrodite boy, and I love them like, oh, first of all, charm speak mentioned. Because charm speak wasn't mentioned until like way later, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that wasn't mentioned until... Actually, it might have not been mentioned until Heroes of Olympus. I'm not really sure. It's been a while since I read through the books. But just to have it mentioned, I'm like, yes! Like, yes! And then for him to like go after Percy, like not even Clarice. Like the one right in front of you. but to go after Percy. Also, is this buy Percy agenda? Oh my god, buy Percy. And yes, I am a buy Percy truther. I am. I can't help it. I am. The book Percy is just so, it's just him. It just seemed like it. But that is not to say I need him and Annabeth together. I love that shit. I love it so much. But yeah, the Charm Speak was mentioned. I can't wait to see like actual Charm Speak go down. And I'm hoping Rick expands on other like demigods' power sets, because we got them for like the big three. We got their power sets. Then we got the Aphrodite powers. But I feel like other demigods need some more like show like the meter kids like growing plants or some shit, or like talking to talking to the spirits or something like there's, because it's more sprinkled out in the books like as the books go on. But I'm hoping they show more of that like now. Oh, and Clarice accepted criticism. What? Clarice is learning and growing. Oh my god. We love character growth. Because Percy, Clarice was like, we gotta go get that thing. We gotta go get the fleece. And Percy's like, we need Annabeth too. Like, we only got one key card. She swiped his key card. Like, okay. And Percy's like, okay, I guess I'll find another key card. Clarice was basically like, do that. But basically, the criticism was that we need to work together on this. Like, because he was like, you told me your prophecy, like, because early in the series, he was like, you told me your prophecy and I used it against you. And I'm sorry. Like, I shouldn't have done that. That was wrong of me to do. He's like, I don't think they're saying you're going to fail because you don't have friends. I think they're saying you're going to fail without your friends. Basically saying that in a roundabout way, basically saying, Clarice, we are friends. And without us working together, like, we won't win this. And 124 again. But Clarice, first of all, Clarice, like, she accepted the criticism and she was like finna go do her thing. But she was like, this don't make us friends, Jackson. It does. They're friends. And I love that. And I hope Rick expands on their friendship more, because I like that dynamic of, is like, I like you, but like I don't like you, but I like you. Like, we're friends. But also like we could be at each other's heads and like with each other. Like, that's an interesting dynamic, and I think it's really funny to watch. And like, I just like seeing it. I keep saying like a lot. I say like a lot, and I need to stop that like. But yeah. Oh, so they get on the ship. Clarice goes down because she's like hunting for the fleece or whatever. Ends up going down and like under the ship, and ends up getting trapped in like a little break room type thing because the kids come in playing Mytho Magic. Like, they start playing Mytho Magic cards. Like, oh dang. Like, I'm happy that was introduced too, because it just gets mentioned. It's like little stuff like that just makes the world seem so lived in. And by having other people, like other campers, like, or former campers, other demigods, play like with the Mytho Magic cards and stuff like that, and like be nerdy about it. Like, it's so interesting. Like, it just feels real. This is like their world. And that's how season 2 felt more of, oh, this is a real world. Like, we're peering into a real world. This is not just like a TV show I'm watching. This is somebody's life I'm watching. And that's how I love TV like that. I love TV where I can be like, I can sit in there and be like, okay, I can see like, this is an actual world. It feels lived in. It feels like, oh, I can be here. I'm here. Shit. And I love that. But Percy's upstairs. He ends up finding a girl, like, she's fucking with his horse or whatever. She's like trying to hook him up and clean him and stuff. Percy ends up trapping her in like this little concession stand and ends up talking to the horse. It's Blackjack! It's Blackjack. I was wondering when we was gonna see Blackjack and when Percy was gonna like start talking to horses and start talking to fish. I don't think we've seen him. Haven't seen him talk to a fish yet, but I'm ready for it, and I can't wait for them to show it more. But yeah, I was wondering when he was gonna start talking to like fishes and horses and stuff, and I'm glad he is. And we get to see Blackjack. I love Blackjack. Also, they needed a ride back to camp because they were far away from camp, so they needed a ride. Oh, because it was in like the harbor in New York. Makes sense. But they needed a ride back to camp, and it was like, oh my god, how are we gonna get back to camp? So Tyson was like, I know somebody who can help, and he ends up calling Sally. And he's talking to Sally, and he's trying not to say, like, oh, we're in the middle, like, we're finna fight a war, camp is destroyed, like stuff is, like, bad stuff is going down. And so he's like, oh, yeah, Sally, can you, send us, like, a ride or something? And she's like, Tyson, what's going on? And he's like, it's nothing. And then Grover's like, give me the phone. And he's like, Sally, everything's good over here. But basically, Sally was like, Grover, I've been the mother for a demigod for years, and I've been the mother of a cyclops for a couple months. I know what's going on. Tell me what's going on. And Grover is like, okay. And so Sally ends up driving from wherever she was to come and pick them up. Number one mother, I love Athena. Number one bad mom. Sally, number one good mom. Oh my god. I love Sally. And I love like just like little ways like that they like incorporate her more into the story, because she do kind of like disappear throughout the story, throughout Percy Jackson, because it is more focused on like the mythical side of things. But they need a good balance between the mythical side of things and the human side of things as well. Like we need moments of Percy being with Sally, like, because that's very important, because him living in the human world greatly affected how he thinks and how he acts in the mythic world. So yeah. But yeah, I love Sally claiming Tyson as her own kid. Like, yes, her baby daddy had a child with another baby mama, but guess what? That's her kid too. Like, Sally, like, I got two sons now. One is a Cyclops. Who cares? We stand Sally. I love Sally. Percy goes to save Annabeth, and she's like tied to the bed or whatever. He frees her and stuff, and because he still got her invisible cap, because she had dropped it when she got hit by the Cyclops, but he still got it. And so they're talking or whatever. Luke ends up coming to Annabeth, and Percy hides with the invisible cap. Annabeth hides her hands and basically just talking to Luke like she just woke up, and like it's like, Luke, what are you doing, Luke? And Luke is talking to her like, Annabeth, come on, join us. Like, Annabeth, we're the right side of history. No, baby, you're not. I mean, not technically the wrong side. Actually, you are the wrong side of history, because you're killing your friends. Like, you're betraying your friends and killing them. So, yeah, you are the wrong side of history. Like, it's not even about the gods at this point. Like, you're destroying the camp? Like, come on. Like, okay. But Annabeth ends up getting, like, a secret message to Percy. Like, look, just go. You gotta go. It was so funny. Because, like, why the fuck? Like, because it took a couple times for Percy to like, oh, she's talking to me. She's like, go get it. Just leave me. And Percy goes to Luke's like little private pad and to go get the fleece off of Kronos' casket. And Luke's ends up figuring out. He hears like the door, and he's like, suspicious. But he ends up going. Is like, I need to go get the fleece. Like, go and check on the fleece or whatever. The people in the break room they get interrupted their little myth or magic game because guess who comes in other than Allison? She's like, Kronos just told me we gotta kill Annabeth. People like, what? She's like, it's a direct order from Kronos. I gotta go. People got up like they said, boop. See, Luke's not the real leader. That's your problem, Luke. You're not the real leader. You're not the biggest bird. You think you're the biggest bird? You're not the biggest bird, Luke. You're not the biggest bird. Luke's not the real leader. Kronos is the real leader. Because if Luke was the real leader, Allison would have been like, oh, Kronos told me. This was direct from Kronos. Like, come on, Luke. Like, you're still a puppet. You're still a puppet in the system. You're talking about the guys just use you. The guys don't care. So you're going to, it's going to be a new era when Kronos is going to be at top again. You're being used again. You're still a puppet. But he doesn't know that yet. You can't help stupid. But Allison goes, they take her little group. Clarice is like, huh, fine. Because she's been trapped down there for like a good 20 minutes. And so she gets a little spear and weapon. So she's like, fuck, they finna go kill Annabeth. I'm finna go see. I'll go save her first. Then I'll go get the fleece. And so they do that. And she stopped them from, like, they finna go get Annabeth. Why? Ooh. Okay, because this scene made me mad. Because it starts off, okay? It's like 6-7 demigods versus Clarice, right? Allison is there, right? She's an archer, right? Tell me why the archer has her bow and arrow like this, and is walking down to Clarice. Like, they're not even that far apart. But she's walking down Clarice, like, shooting her arrows. Clarice is blocking each and every arrow, not getting hit not once. And she's walking down her arrows, not even that far apart. You're an archer. Stay in the back. And if you are going to walk them down, if you want to be Little Miss Walk them down, you have to walk them down. You're not walking them down at all. Like, you're not making no hits. You're a daughter of Apollo. You ain't making no type of hits at all. You're not doing no trick shots. You're not doing no nothing. You're not, let me shoot this, act like I'm missing, but let it hit the back of the wall, bounce off the crate, and then stab her in the neck or some shit. Like, no, you're not doing nothing there. You're and you're missing. Like, it's bad. And then I also put, and then, because Clarice, like, knocked her, the bow and arrow out of her hand and, like, was beating her up and stuff. The other demigods just standing there. They're waiting their turn. And I put this in my notes and I said, where's the art of jumping? Why I hate it. Oh, I hate it in any type of movie or TV show or, like, anything where they have, like, a big group of people going after one person and they each wait their turn. Like, you're watching your other members get their asses whooped, and you're just sitting there watching, waiting, like, okay. After he punched the fuck out of him, I'ma go. No! Jump them! Jump them! Like, if they would have jumped Clarice, like, they might have won. I feel like Clarice still would have won, but hey, they would have had a better chance. Like, damn. Like, you're not jumping. Like, jump them. But that little fight happened. Luke made it back up to Percy. Oh, him and Percy. Oh, they finna go at it. Percy gets stabbed. Ooh. Cause Percy got the fucking cloth. Percy running. Percy gets stabbed by Luke. Wait. Y'all, this shit finna be 2 hours long. Sorry, y'all. I'm almost done. But Luke basically, Luke makes it back up to the back up to his pad. Him and Percy have a little tussle. Percy drops Annabeth's cap. Percy's running. He gets to the elevator. The elevator door is closing. Boom! gets stabbed in the stomach. Luke stabbed, like, right as the fucking doors closing, Luke stabbed him. Percy's dying. He's like, oh shit. He grabs the fleece. The fleece starts to heal him. And then the fleece sends him images. He's like, oh shit. Oh no. Thalia. I forgot to mention earlier, we did see like the little flashbacks of Annabeth as a kid, and we saw Thalia. She's so cool. Also, she's like British or Australian. I don't know the accent, but she got an accent. I'm like, oh my god, I love it. I love it. I just do. And I'm like, yeah, I love Thalia. She's so cool. And Clarice and Annabeth, because Clarice saved Annabeth, so they like hooked up together or whatever. And they hear like an alarm or whatever, and they're like, Percy got the fleece. And Clarice is like, Percy can't have the fleece, no way. And then the alarms go off. She's like, that don't mean anything. Because Clarice wanted to get the fleece herself or whatever. So they get back to the top of the ship. They're trying to escape off the ship. A group of demigods standing there. Blackjack come out of nowhere. Boom! Knock them all off the ship. Blackjack is like, yeah! And Clarice and Annabeth's like, oh my god, it's Luke's Pegasus. Percy's like, he's not Luke's. And his name is Blackjack. He's my friend. And they send Clarice off to camp, riding on Blackjack. They get off the ship. They hop in Sally's car. Sally's driving. She gotta go back to camp. They make their way back to camp. They in the road. They see Blackjack in the road. They're like, what the hell? Oh, while they're in the car, Annabeth is mentioning, I know what they can do. It can heal Thalia. I know the fleece can heal Thalia. Like, Thalia's coming back. I can't wait. Thalia's coming back. She's so happy. Percy nervous. Because all throughout the show, Percy been having dreams like, oh, Thalia's gonna kill me. Like, we finna be at war. Like, oh, the dream I had, Thalia walked into camp. She electrocuted my ass for no reason. I was just standing there. I come in, campers on the ground. She electrocuted me. What'd you say fuck me for? But Percy nervous. He's like, dang. He feel like he finna lose his friends. Everybody like so excited. Thalia's coming back. Sally peeped this. I was like, Percy, you okay? Percy, you good? And then she like, yeah. Blackjack in the middle of the road. Sally stopped the car. Percy's like, oh, that's Blackjack. That's my friend. Sally's like, oh, your friend's a horse. Okay, cool. Because it's like so much stuff is going on. One of like her adoptive son is a Cyclops. It's like at this point, what else? Like, what else can you do? What's more surprising? And they all the demigods hop out of the car. Blackjack tell them like, oh, Clarice went on foot. Oh. So Percy's like, oh, we gotta go help Clarice now. We gotta go. Sally's like, come on, let's go. Percy's like, no, mom, you can't come. Sally's like, what? But I'm your mom. And he's like, I know. That's why you can't come. Please, just don't come. And it was like actually like a really sweet moment. Like Percy's out here protecting his mom from like these monsters, these demigods who want to kill him, like kill everybody. Like this is a dangerous thing, and it's like Sally being his mother has to be like, there's not much I can do in this situation. Like I'm not a demigod, I'm not a god, I'm not a spirit. Like I don't have special powers or anything. Like I'm just a normal person. So it's like this is part of his world that I can't necessarily do anything about. I can't protect him from fighting. I can't protect him from like having to go to war because that's his world. That's what is going to be, that's a part of him. And I have to accept that. And it's such like a hard thing to see, like a mother watching her son go to war and can't do anything about it. And then Thanos gets exploded. Basically, Luke's been having his monsters attack the camp or whatever. They've been like slipping in and out the camp, and Thanos is like, yo, this is not serious. Look, who cares about the camp? It's like, Like, this is not serious. If it was real serious, like, you all be dead, but you're not dead. Like, calm down. And then he is picking up a piece of chicken. He's like, oh! And before he can even, like, celebrate, he looks straight ahead. A fireball comes straight in his face. Boom. He's like, oh, shit. And boom, he gets exploded. And then we see a little, Percy, Grover, Annabeth, and Tyson are looking on. And Luke got, like, 20 cars. Like, he got 20, not even cars, like, big-ass vans. Black SUV type van type stuff, like full of monsters and demigods. Like, oh, they're going to war. Like, this made it seem like, oh, it's serious. Like, there's a lot of y'all out here. Like, it's really serious now. And Tyson did his little voice mimicry thing because they're like talking about like the plan and stuff. And then the traders are mentioned. Like, oh, they got traders inside of camp. So it's like, oh shoot, too much stuff going on. And I'm so happy that the traders are mentioned right now because that means we can get insight come season 3 and going forward. We can get insight on more trader activities. I can't wait. I need to see Serena. I need to see Serena before season 5. Serena and Charles need to be introduced before season 5. Because I need that betrayal. I need that betrayal to hit. I need that shit to hit. But, yeah. The traders I mentioned. Percy goes to camp to get them ready for war to fight Luke. Annabeth goes to the tree like to find Clarice. And this just say Ellis pissing me off. Now's not the time, bro. I actually have no idea what the fuck I was talking about. Give me a second. Oh my god. I just went and looked at the episode to figure out why I said Ellis pissing me off. Because we're in the middle of a war. Camp is literally being attacked right as we speak. Percy and Annabeth is coming through the forest or the woods or whatever, and Ellis is like, yeah, we gotta take you into custody. Nigga, what? Custody? Like we're like, people are dying. People are literally dying. And you talking about taking me into custody? Like, that's, no lie. I remember I was getting so pissed off at this moment. I'm like, this is not the time for this. But they end up bringing Percy back to camp. Percy's like, you know what? Look, hey, I'm going to go back to camp. And he ended up getting back to camp. Mr. D is over there singing camp songs. All the kids are gathered up in the like the big house, and Mr. D is singing a camp song. He's like, I'm my own great grandfather. And it's just like he's so weird. I forgot the actor's name, but I love him because I love him in everything he plays on because he's just so chaotic. I love his chaotic energy. He also voice acted Jay on Big Mouth, and everything makes so much sense. But I actually love Mr. D and his relationship with the campers, because while he puts on the act that he does not care, part of him does care. Like, part of him does, like, secretly, like, even if he doesn't want to care, he still cares about them kids. And when Percy gets there, Percy gives like a big old speech talking about, we're going to war. Like, we've been training for this your entire lives. It's time to put that into action. Luke is coming. Luke and his monsters, they're coming to take over the camp. Like, they're coming to kill us. Like, we have to go to war. We have to do this right. And like the kids are like, yeah, Percy. Even Mr. D is impressed. Like, Mr. D and Annabeth both are like, yeah, like they're like, oh, Percy, like, yeah, and Tyson's just over there standing over cheese and like he's so proud, like that's my brother, and then so they go off, like they all gather up and get it together. They go to the tree, Thalia's tree, to prepare like to fight, and then this season has been doing so well with pissing me off because Chris Rodriguez, you bitch. I was so mad because, no lie, because I did not mention this, but during the chariot races, Clarice was like trying to flirt with Chris. Chris wasn't feeling it like that, and it made me kind of sad. But it made me, I was like, okay. Clarice likes somebody. Clarice got like a little thing. Like, oh my god. Only for episode 8 to come and Chris to be a fucking traitor? A traitor and an asshole, because he talking down, he talking bad to Clarice. Like, he fucking hit her and kicked her in the leg and shit. And then he be like, Clarice, nobody likes you, Clarice. You don't got no friends. You never will have no friends. You ain't shit. You never will be shit. And Clarice like, I do have friends. And here comes Annabeth and Grover coming in clutch, because of course. Like, and they ride the chariot and they knock him away and they save Clarice and they get the fleece and they go to Thalia's tree and they try to, like, they gotta go. But yeah, Chris is that made me so mad. Like, don't do my girl Clarice like that. I've been loving Clarice this entire series, and you come out of nowhere betraying her. I thought you were gonna be her love interest. I should have known. Also, I got a thought. Is this when she becomes a lesbian? Okay, because look. Look. Did Clarice and Serena not have like a thing during the final book? Because like their story was literally a parallel of Achilles and his friend, and it's a daughter of Aphrodite and a daughter of Ares. Like, I just got them vibes. I got the vibes of they like y'all was a little secretly like kind of look a little secretly gay. Hey. Ally. I love this shit. I don't necessarily love it too much because my boy Charles Beckendorf, he doesn't deserve to get cheated on. But hey, I don't know y'all life. I don't know what y'all was doing. Y'all Greek. Shit. Y'all Greek. Y'all could have been doing anything. So hey. They could have been a poly. I don't know. We need more polys in the world. We need more hot people polys. but yeah, Chris I hated Chris. Chris was the bitch. Chris, Ellis, I don't know which one pissed me off more in this episode. I feel like Ellis pissed me off more in this episode because at least Chris was a traitor. Ellis, you was just a like now is not the time. Now is not the time. We get to the tree, the war go down. Luke's army versus Percy's army. They're battling. It's like, oh shit! Like, I'm hype. Whew. And then we get to Luke versus Percy. Oh my god! Look, it was hype because, and it was perfect. Luke and Percy, they're sword fighting, they're clashing, bow, 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 bow. Luke gets Percy's sword out his hand. Luke said, oh, bah! Percy fell to the ground. Boom, boom. Luke got on top of him and said, bah, 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 bah. And all you see is Percy's head go, bow, 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 bow. Percy out there disorientated. He said, oh. Like shit. Like, it was like, damn. Like, it was like Luke was putting in that work. Like I love, like, as much as I love Percy, and then get back, he gonna get will be immaculate. But Luke was putting in that work. I was like, oh. But Luke putting in that work. Tyson the GOAT again. What the fuck Tyson did? I think Tyson came and trucked him and got him off Percy. Comes like Tyson the GOAT. Of course, Tyson's the GOAT. And then, this one just say I need Annabeth to fuck Allison up. I'm pretty sure. Because Annabeth got to the fight. Allison is a D1 Annabeth hater. I can't blame her because Annabeth, she's that girl. But Allison, I'm pretty sure Allison ends up shooting Annabeth in like the leg or something. That's why I was like, I need Annabeth to fuck Allison up. Like, I need Annabeth to get that get back. Like, for real. They were also trying to chop down Thalia's tree. See, and that's another thing about Luke's army. Nobody is on the same accord because Luke is like, hey, we're gonna heal Thalia's tree so we can get Thalia back, and like she gonna help us out. Like, that's what we can do. And Allison and the rest of the gang was like, no, we're chopping that bitch down. And so that's what they were trying to do. Clarice got her spear. She wrapped the fleece around it, and she said, whew, perfect aim again. She has immaculate aim. Hit straight at the tree. The tree was healed. Boom, flash of light. Guess who's back? Back again is Thalia. Thalia is back. And as soon as she stepped out that tree, you know what she did? She exploded. No! Boom! Lightning everywhere. Well, I think she said, never! Lightning everywhere. I just put Thalia a bomb on here. But yeah, so she get knocked out. It's like, dang. Percy, she falls to the ground. Percy falls to the ground because that lightning hit Percy directly in the chest. Like the dream he was just having, him getting electrocuted, it came true. Dead. Well, not dead, but knocked out. He's in a dream world. He talks to Poseidon a little bit. They have a little brotherly bond. Not brotherly. Father-son bond. Then Tyson comes out and he's like, hey, I'm leaving. And Poseidon's like, yeah, I've been at war. The Titans are rising again. Like, it's getting serious out here, Percy. And he's like, I need Tyson in the forges with me. Like, I need my other son. And Tyson's like, oh, yeah, I can't wait. And Percy's like, I'm happy for you, Tyson. And Tyson's like, okay, it's time for me to go or wake up or something. And like, okay, I'm finna go. Thalia and Percy have been knocked out for like 3 days. Kyra's back. Like, camp is getting like put back in order. Grover and Annabeth is like working on shit. And Kyra brings Percy, Grover, and Annabeth to talk. And Kyra bringing Percy, Annabeth, and Grover into talk. And he was like, I need to tell you what really happened the day Thalia, like, got turned into a tree. Because the story they told everybody else is the Furies came, like, the three Furies came down. Thalia, like, fought them off. And as she was dying, Zeus took pity on her, or took mercy on her, and, like, turned her into a tree to protect the camp and everything and to help her and shit. No. Zeus wanted Thalia to be his weapon. And Thalia was like, no, I'll never be your weapon. So Zeus turned her into a tree. He killed the Furies because the Furies had said something. The Furies, like, I'm pretty sure the Furies told Thalia the prophecy. Because Kyra just said, well, the Furies said something, said a little too much. But Zeus struck the Furies down and came to talk to Thalia. And Thalia's like, no, I'm not going to be your weapon. I don't like you. I don't like the camp. She's like, you know what? I'm going to go grab my friends and we out. I don't want nothing to do with this camp. Zeus didn't like that. So Zeus turned Thalia into a tree. Like, that was a punishment. It's like, damn. That's why Zeus is just this version of Zeus. Whew, I can't wait to see more of him because he's so, like, he's causing a lot of problems. Just like in real Greek mythology. He's the source of fucking problems. But yeah, then that happens. Thalia walks in. She sees Annabeth and it's like, oh, Annabeth? And Annabeth and Thalia hug. And I'm like, oh, it's so sweet. Like I could really, like, they really feel like they haven't seen each other in a while. Like, in a long time. Like, oh my God. I'm hoping they expand more on their relationship dynamic. Because, don't get me wrong, love the Percy Jackson books. But the thing Rick can really expand upon and improve upon is the relationship dynamics between characters, especially characters that are supposed to have these very intense and, like, long history having relationships. Like Percy and Tyson. Their relationship needs to be expanded upon, like, at least mentioned more. Like, Percy be like, oh yeah, I talked to Tyson today. Tyson's doing well. Like, and Annabeth, Thalia, like, I need them when Thalia becomes like a Huntress of Artemis. Like, I want them to still be in communication with each other. Like, or at least for Annabeth to mention Thalia sometimes. Like, little stuff like that. It just makes everything feels more real. But Thalia hugs Annabeth, and then she looks up and she's like, "Who are you?" And then she say, "Where's Luke?" And Percy, when Annabeth and Thalia like stopped hugging or whatever, and she was looking at him like, "Who are you? Who are you?" Percy said, he buffed up his chest, like he stood tall. He had to make himself stand tall. He was like, "Oh shit!" And he was intimidated. He was scared. Thalia had that ass scared. She didn't even do nothing. I can't wait to see more of her. I cannot wait. But yeah, and that's where we end off. Oh my god. Me recording this video has reached 2 hours. This video probably I'm gonna cut down some, so it's probably gonna end up being about an hour and 40, let's be honest. But I'm so happy that you guys stayed and listened to me talk. Because that's all I did. All I did was talk. Yeah. I will have more videos coming soon. I'm so happy to get back. I actually like this dynamic more of me just like recapping the story and just talking. I missed out a lot of stuff, like a lot of details I missed. I say go watch the show yourself. Please do watch the show any way you can, preferably legally, because we do need more of this, more of the show to come out. And yeah, I'm just so happy to be back. I like this dynamic more of me just yapping. Yes, I did take 2 hours to talk about an 8-episode show, but it was nice. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And please, in the comments, put out suggestions for any show or movie or book or anything you want me to watch or review or just talk about in any way, because not all my videos are gonna be like this where it's just me like recapping the story. I'm gonna do like little like more essay styled videos, like, or talking about specific subject of a TV show or something like that. Like, it's just this story, like this YouTube is for me to just talk about TV shows and movies and whatever, really. Like, it doesn't have to be like a definitive thing, but this was a more of a recap style review. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really did enjoy just like talking and like having fun. And please tell me what you guys thought about the Percy Jackson season 2. I've been hearing good things, like a lot more people are enjoying this season more than season 1, and I love that. So tell me what you think. Tell me who would your godly parent be? Would you be team Percy or team Luke? Like, ooh. Like, okay, yeah, just show me. I'm so excited. I can't wait. You will be seeing more of me. I'll be doing more, like, I want to do more book reviews and stuff. I'm currently trying to get into Akatar. Because I heard like that book series gets crazy, so I kind of want to read it to check it out for myself. But yeah, I can't wait to see more of you guys, and I can't wait for you guys to see more of me. So I need an outro and an intro and an outro. I need an outro and an intro and an intro and an outro. Yeah. As my videos develop and as I make more videos, it'll be more refined, and I get everything I want to do. Anyway, I had a wonderful time talking to you guys. See you later, yappers.